What's up, guys? Barry Game here, back with some more Idle Heroes news, and today we have the quest system information, and we kind of know how many things you can get free to play. Spenders, even low spenders, are probably going to be able to get some decent rewards. Free to play should come away with, it looks like, 2 chests if you can like max out your free to playness on this event. And we're going to talk about that. So we're going to talk about the most minimal way to get 1 pay to win chest. We're going to talk about the maximum free to play rewards that you could probably get. That's going to include like using like about 800 stars in this event. Technically you could use more if you've been saving up aurora stars as well, but it does look like the sublimation chest is probably out of reach even for like maxing out profit orbs and everything on this event. So it's a little sad, but again, the pay to win artifact just does have that the gilded purple fan. It's not really the best for free to play players necessarily. There's much better options, but 2 chests is still pretty attractive, I would say. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Let's jump into the breakdown. Let's go. Now this right here is going to be the main attraction here. I have my little cheat sheet written and ready to go for our breakdown on this event as well. But let's talk about a few things first, because of course Act 1 and Act 2 is mainly what you're going to be able to accomplish as free to play. Act 1, pretty simple to do. I mean, that's just doing, if you have no Aurora stars saved up, you got no puzzle event or anything like that, you have the bare minimum for this event, and you're using all your profit orbs, you get the pay to win chest. So there's that. That's a positive. It's not a sublimation chest, which is really what you want to be going for. But again, it seems like sublimation chests are more reserved for galas, like the Soul Awakening galas and heroic scroll events right now. Hopefully eventually we'll get them here as well, and hopefully cores will be free to play. I think we've only had like an option to get a core free to play once so far. This isn't one of the events, so it's really confusing, but let's go over these events real quick. So number 1, it sounds like each one of these events has like a little bit different thing, because it's this weird dating sim almost. So the first one, it says search 15 times and you'll get to the second act. Well, just by going by simple math, we're going to say 15 times 3, that's 45 points to clear the first level. Now the second one's interesting. It says every time you complete an optional interactive event, you earn 15 favorability points. So I imagine that means for every 5 hearts you get 15 points and corresponding icon rewards. When the favorability reaches 100, you unlock the third act. So here's the thing. I don't know if that means you completes all of it just by getting, because that's only like 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Technically there's 9 here, but it says 7 times 15 is over 100 favorability. So there is a lot of questions to this event, I will say, guys. So this could be right, this could be wrong. It's really hard to say right here, because you might have to get 9 of them. So at the low end, you're going to need 35 hearts to clear it out and get either the chest or the spiritual essence, whatever you want from this event. On the high end, that would be what? So if you had to do 9 times this, it would be 45. So you need a total of 90 hearts. That doesn't really change our maximum view of this, because that's going to be the option number 2. But option number 1 is going to be obtaining this. We're not really going to talk about getting all these down here, because those are going to be the spender range, and most of you guys really don't care about that. But what we do want to talk about is the quest system. So I kind of wrote it down a little bit easier for you guys to understand here, I'm hoping, at least. So let me just put this up on the screen as well here, my little document here. So that's where we kind of have the breakdown. Honestly, even like acts 4 and 5, like it's questionable if, or actually 3 and 4, sorry, it's questionable the point breakdown. You can get a total of, I think I calculated like what, 1,070 hearts, and I think it's like you can get a total of, or 1,070 points, which, yeah, it's really confusing, really confusing. But here's what it breaks down to. So every 2 profit orbs you use are going to give you 1 point with a maximum of 320. That means it's a breakdown of 640 profit orbs. That is a full 8 times loop in the event. The next one is use 3 stars, gaining 1 point. That is 700 max. Obviously, that's the spender portion of this instead of having a VIP point system. It's just, yeah, if you do it, that's what you get. I like it when it's like this and not a VIP sometimes. I don't know. It's like a give and take. The next one is every 5-star hero you get 1 point for 30 maximum. And the last one is start a 4-star or above Tavern Quest for 20 points, meaning a grand total of points is 1,070 that you can get. And that's going to clear out this entire list. But what can you get free to play? Well, this is kind of the breakdown I did over here. We can actually probably make this a little taller, honestly. Let's scroll this down here. So at least we got this section in here for right now. Okay, so you need to get essentially, let's talk about this guy right here. We need to get this one cleared, which by our math says we should need 45. So getting 45 points is basically you're gonna need 50 hearts in total. Now, if you don't spend any gems and you don't do this event, which again, you can spend up to 20,000 gems to get all of those 40 there. So there is some flexibility in this. If you just don't want to use any gems, essentially you need to do the 20 points for Tavern Quest, 30 points for the 5-star heroes. You need to do all the profit orbs, and you need to do the bare minimum, about 400 stars, what you get from every one of these events. That's 130. That should give you actually exactly 500 points, which gives you 50 hearts, which should be enough to clear this one out, as well as get those star spawn cores, potentially cores of transcendence and things like that. So that's like the first route that seems pretty good. Now, what I'm going to stretch down here is just talk about the maximum free to play rewards that you can get here. Now, this is going to be pretty much the same thing, except you're also going up to 800 stars. So that's a combination of, if you have a puzzle, this event gives you a lot of extra stars. And number 2 is probably spending some of your saved Aurora stars from previous events and spending those 20,000 gems to get an additional 40 hearts. So basically what that means is your point total is, yeah, let me just make sure I do this math right. 600, yeah, 676 looks like the math. Not this 40 is like a separate thing here. That's going to be extra hearts. So if you get 676, you get 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 hearts. And then you get 40 more from this event right here, which again, you're getting all these bonus rewards as well. That means a total of 100 hearts. And if we go back over to here, technically that should be enough, whether this is 35 or 45. It's like either one of those ranges. If it's on the high end and you need to do all 9 of these, like if they're progress, you get 1 of each. Or if it's the system where they talked about you only need to do 7 of them to unlock the 3rd tier, and I imagine that would still give you the pay to win chest. Don't know, little confusing. That's where we're at. So I'm going to post this in the description down below if you want to check the math on this and everything. Again, Act 3 and 4 is really confusing because Act 3 is talking about like triggering events. Dating progress gets 4 points, and then every 20 points you get a date event, and then you have to spend 100 hours on dates. Like, it's really confusing. And then the last one for Act 4 is like there are a total of 10 journey attractions. Use it to advance the journey and sequence of the icons. For the 9th attraction you choose, 3 of the 5 rewards to unlock. Maybe it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you have to do these in order. So it does look like you're probably gonna have to do all 10 of them for 40 total points at the very end here. But this one down here, you get to pick 3. So you can pick like the egg, these and these. So you get like a combination of these, and then of course the last one unlocks the final rewards. So that's the breakdown. It's confusing. I think we have everything right, but some questions on Act 2 and 3, depending on what you get, because it looks like, yeah, it can be a little confusing. Again, a total 140 from the quest system, and then you can get an additional 40 from this system right here. So let me know what you guys think. That's the free-to-play routes. Let me know what you guys think about the rewards. Looks like 2 pay-to-win artifact chests. Sadly, no sublimation chests. See you guys next time.